Back to the phone lines. We'll talk to Frank. He's listening in Kansas City, Missouri. Hi, Frank.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm not bad. I got kind of like a three-part question for you. First of all, if like I donate money to church or like your program or somebody else's program, people say that God will bless you with more money if you like give donations. Is that true?
Well, not necessarily so. The motivation of the heart ultimately is what Jesus Christ is looking at. It is true that when you give, you are laying up for yourself, as Jesus Christ put it, treasure in heaven where moth and rust do not corrupt and where thieves do not break in and steal. So there is a benefit to giving, but the motivation for giving is not what you can get. The motivation for giving is how you can build up His kingdom, how you can be a co-laborer in Christ. That's the motivation for giving. Unfortunately, that motivation has been tarnished in modern evangelicalism, and now we have people who are lauded and have great pulpits who are teaching their devotees that giving to get is what it's all about. So if you give, then you're supposed to get multiples back of what you have given, and thus you can become extraordinarily rich by giving. Now, if you look at the reality of this, the only people getting rich using those schemes are not the people giving, but the people who are manipulating the giving.
Okay. My other question is, I've caught part of these TV programs. They're on like Christian TV channels. One is where this, I don't know their names, but one is where this guy is saying you give so much money and he'll send you like, I would say probably holy water, and you're supposed to drink this and God's supposed to bless you with riches. And then I've seen another one where this lady said send so much money and God's supposed to, bless you with, riches, good health, forgive your past family's curses and stuff like that. What do you believe in that stuff like that?
Well, it's all false. And I've written a book called Christianity in Crisis, 21st Century, which lays this out and does it by name. So you see the teachings of people like Kenneth Copeland, his wife Gloria Copeland. You have Joyce Meyer. There are many examples of people today who have huge platforms who are manipulating people with give-to-get schemes. One person that comes to mind is T.D. Jakes, and when you listen to how he does it, it is pretty intoxicating for his public. But if you think about it critically, you find out that what he is saying holds no water whatsoever. Here's an example, T.D. Jakes.
I want to pray over your seed, and it would be ridiculous for me to pray that God would give it back to you. Because if all he was going to do was give it back to you, you ought to keep it, and then you just have it. That's ridiculous. If you got $100 or $1,000 and you're going to give $1,000 and I tell you, well, God's going to give you the $1,000 back, well, you just broke even. You could have kept the $1,000 and not gone through the trouble. Come on, church folks. But God is going to give you some more on top of that. And as you sow it, I dare you to say it again. Oh, my God. We're about to get off in here. I don't know what you're getting out there. Well, we're about to, somebody shout, increase!
So here you find not only a prosperity peddler communicating this message, but doing it in such a compelling way that he has his audience in a perpetual frenzy. And he does this in large pulpits throughout the land. There's a large church in our backyard that he's preached in. And the people just eat up what he's saying because he's an excellent speaker. He's a very compelling personality. And so what he's peddling, people oftentimes buy. But what is he saying? If you give and all God gives you back is what you gave, all you're doing is breaking even, there's no sense in giving, it completely misses the point for giving to begin with. What did Moses say to the children of Israel? We give so that we may learn to revere the Lord our God always. We give so that we might meet the physical needs of the less fortunate. We give so that the gospel may go out to the far reaches of the world. Ultimately, we give so that we might extend the kingdom of Jesus Christ, of which we are called ambassadors. So in short, to suggest, as T.D. Jakes and many other prosperity peddlers do, that to give for the sake of giving as opposed to giving for the sake of getting is in itself ridiculous. So, yeah, these people have large platforms, they're compelling speakers, and they're multiplying like mushrooms, but the truth of the matter is they're teaching you a health and wealth gospel that has little to do with the gospel that Jesus Christ himself preached.